Joining me now, Bruce Fein, former Associate Deputy Attorney General in the Reagan administration, where he worked on a variety of ethical issues. Bruce, thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. So what do you make of this new report? How does it compare to the first one?
Well, it compounds the first one. I mean, it's worse in the sense that the law of disclosure is totally unambiguous here. Real estate transactions need to be disclosed. But I don't think we should miss the larger picture, which is the ethical insensitivity of Clarence Thomas, ignoring the appearance that he's being bought by this benefactor who's showering upon him cash, probably above fair market value, and these luxurious free vacations worth millions of dollars, palling around with billionaires and multi-billionaires, while he purports to say he prefers vacations in Walmart parking lots. And that shakes confidence that this man is capable of being even-handed and fair when it comes to cases concerning the 1% and the 99%. That's the larger issue. And in some sense, that was the issue that drove a predecessor, Abe Fortas, a Democrat and a liberal, from the bench in May of 1969.
Because I was going to ask you about that. Just to be clear, you would be giving the same analysis if this were Justice Kagan or Sotomayor, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, in fact, when Ruth Bader Ginsburg was still on the court, I wrote a critique against her. It was published in the New York Times saying, what business does she have criticizing Trump running for president? She's on the U.S. Supreme Court. What appearance does that create? Ruth Bader Ginsburg obviously was, the most liberal of the court at that time. So I just feel the court is too important to compromise on the basis of partisanship or appearances.
Let me read. This is from the ProPublica the article. A federal disclosure law passed after Watergate requires justices and other officials to disclose the details of most real estate deals over $1,000. Thomas never disclosed his sale of the Savannah properties. This appears to be a violation of the law. 4 ethics law experts told ProPublica. Do you know what it means by most real estate deals over $1,000?
Well, there may be some deals that are within families. You sell a property to your brother or your wife or something like that. It could be done for tax purposes or otherwise, where there's little corruption involved if you're selling it basically within the family. The disclosure is when it involves an outside party, which create a conflict of interest, going forward, and Harlan Crow being clearly in that category.
Yeah, and I think you made an important point, and this applies to all judges, which is even the appearance of a conflict. I've said, for example, that I think that the judge in the Donald Trump case should step down, even because he donated $35 to Joe Biden and to an organization about stopping Republicans. It's the appearance of a conflict. Bruce Fein, thank you for coming back. Appreciate it.
Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.